So today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm not going to have any ads in my episode, and I'm not going to plug anything. I'm just going to give you straight up advice. I'm going to try to do this once a month and just give you pure, genuine advice from my experience and from my heart. So as I prepare for an upcoming exhibition in August, which will be hosted by Leica Singapore, and it will be showcasing my Kindred Guardians project, I've been reflecting on doubt and intimidation in photography and how I've personally navigated both those things throughout my entire career and how they might be hindering you guys out there and how I might be able to help. So I've always been an optimistic person. I would say people that know me or think they know me probably think I'm cocky, but if you really know me, you know that I'm riddled with self-doubt. But I've always had a nice, healthy dose of irrational confidence as well. But despite my self-doubt over the years, I've never allowed external skepticism or intimidation by others or the industry itself hinder my progress. But sadly, I see many amateur photographers in my one-on-one classes. Oh, is that a plug? Sorry, no, I'm not plugging it. And I see many amateurs in my workshops. Oh, another plug. Didn't mean it again, honestly. I've spoken with numerous people who feel like daunted by the industry, crippled by self-doubt. It's disheartening because it often prevents them from taking meaningful steps in their photographic journey. And that journey is different for all of us. And so let me know if some of these things sound familiar. Maybe you've looked at polished work of seasoned or famous photographers with admiration, but then only to look back at your own work and dismiss your own work and dismiss your own potential. And then thoughts will enter your head like, I'd love to do a project like that. I'd love to create a book. I'd love to exhibit my work. But then you'll believe like, well, yeah, I lack the credentials, I lack the recognition to do any of this stuff. Or you might fear ridicule of what other people will say, or doubt yourself because of you don't have a social media following, or you don't have any big brands behind you, or a resume that sounds impressive. And overall, you just don't think you can do any of these things. But let me share a truth with you guys. Every successful photographer, including myself, who I think I'm mildly successful, we've all wrestled with doubt and faced industry intimidation. I still do at this point in my career by others. It's a nasty industry, and people aren't always that nice, so I'm trying to change that. But we've all been through it at some point. But the key difference between people who have done it and have some success is that they don't let these obstacles become roadblocks. Everyone starts from somewhere. Everyone has moments of uncertainty. I vividly recall my early days as a budding photographer juggling bartending shifts in San Francisco to make ends meet, and a chance encounter with one of my customers who owned a framing store. He believed in me and offered to host an exhibition of my work. And at that point in my career, I was studying photography at San Francisco State, studying photojournalism, but like I had no body of work. My portfolio had no cohesion. My style was still evolving or probably even non-existent. My work was a hodgepodge of like pictures from Napa Valley, of vines, barns from Idaho, and pictures of autumn foliage of Rhode Island for a trip I went back for like a week. I wasn't entirely ready. I wasn't even close to being ready. But I didn't let my thoughts of what others might think about me paralyze me. I've always been one to take risks, knowing that even if things don't pan out, the experience itself is invaluable. Sure, there were skeptics at every step of the way, but even at that exhibition, and plenty of people who questioned my decisions, whether it was just to have the exhibition, to move to Vietnam, even more recently in my career towards wildlife photojournalism. People have tried to pigeonhole me into a specific photographic genre or role, but I've never, ever, ever let others dictate my path or dictate how I see myself. The journey hasn't always been smooth. Criticism and negativity can sting. I still get comments. I had a bunch of comments on YouTube that were really nasty, and I can laugh at them. And I've learned to block out other people's intimidating tactics. I've learned to block out others' doubt in myself. Yes, I've got enough of my own self-doubt to worry about others, but I've learned to harness that self-doubt as a motivator rather than a barrier. So my message is to all aspiring photographers out there, whatever your level, whatever your genre, whatever your age, whatever your aspirations are with your photography, share your work boldly, build your online presence, start those passion projects, embark on that dream trip, publish that book you wanted to do, hold that exhibition. Success isn't about acclaim, it's about the personal growth and satisfaction that come from pursuing your passion against all odds. I wouldn't change a thing about that exhibition that I did. Even though it was terrible, that was a small win for me. That led to where I'm at today to be able to do this exhibition. And even if this exhibition isn't what many would consider, or even what I would consider a success, Doesn't matter to me. I'll learn something from it, I'll grow from it, and I'll enjoy the experience. That's my little message for today. Nothing to plug. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You can ask me in the comment section. And let me know what you thought of this episode. A little bit different.